We all kind of live with this idea that some things are just gone forever. A broken relationship, a missed opportunity, maybe even a life that's ended. But what if our whole understanding of the end is, well, incomplete? Today, we're going to dig into a pretty remarkable story that challenges that whole idea, suggesting final isn't always so final. So, right off the bat, let's just ask the big question this story really forces us to confront. What if gone forever isn't actually a thing? It's a huge thought, I know, and it kind of challenges our basic assumptions, but it's right at the heart of the story we're about to unpack. See, what we're really exploring here goes way beyond just some old historical event. At its absolute core, this is a story about a second chance. And not just any second chance. We're talking about the kind of radical second chance that just completely pushes the boundaries of what we think is even possible. Okay, so to really get the power of a second chance, you first have to understand just how big the loss was. So let's meet the person at the center of all this, a woman whose life and, well, whose loss was felt so deeply by her entire community. Her name was Tabitha. And listen, she wasn't some queen or a famous leader, not in the way we usually think of power. The source material actually defines her with this beautiful simplicity. She was a woman known for her constant good deeds and charity. That's who she was. That was her identity. And her goodness? It wasn't just some vague idea. You could literally see it and feel it. You could see it in the clothes she was always making for the poor. You could feel it in the way she cared for the widows, who were, some of the most vulnerable people back then. And this is so key. She wasn't just liked. She was deeply beloved. Because her life of just practical hands-on service, it was like the thread holding their community together. All right, let's keep going. And this is where the story takes a massive, dramatic turn. This is where an end becomes a beginning, right after a moment of just profound loss. And it all started in a way that's, well, it's tragically familiar, isn't it, both then and now? The very heart of this community, this person who was a source of light for so many, she became sick. And then the absolute worst happened. There was no slow recovery, no last-minute turnaround, just the simple, brutal fact: she died. For her friends, her community, the story was over. End of chapter. I mean, can you just imagine the scene? The weeping, the mourning, for a woman who gave everything, for everyone who loved her and counted on her. It must have felt like all hope was completely and utterly gone. This was it. The final ending. But then, right in the middle of all that grief, all that finality, a voice cuts through with a simple, almost impossible command. Just 3 words spoken to someone who is gone. Tabitha, get up. And the impossible happened. The entire story just pivots on this one incredible moment. She opened her eyes, and she sat up. What was finished was not finished. What was lost was found. The end had somehow become a brand new beginning. Wow. I mean, what an incredible event, right? But here's the thing. If we just stop there at the miracle, we're totally missing the bigger picture. The real power here is in what this whole thing teaches us about restoration, about second chances. So let's unpack that a little. So think about it like this. On one side, you've got the way we usually see things, right? The world's view. Loss is permanent. Endings are final. What's gone is gone. But then Tabitha's story comes along and just flips that idea on its head. It shows us that restoration is actually possible, that an end can become a new beginning, that what seems gone forever can be returned. And this is where the story gets so much bigger than just one person. Its impact isn't just for one woman in one moment thousands of years ago. Her restoration wasn't only for her. It was also for that entire community that was grieving for her. It sent ripples everywhere. So really, what we have here is this incredible metaphor. It suggests that the things we believe are lost for good, maybe it's a dream we gave up on, a broken friendship, a sense of purpose, maybe even our own hope, that all of it can, against all logic, actually be restored. It's a powerful idea. And that really brings it all back to us, doesn't it? This story challenges every one of us to look at the so-called endings in our own lives a little differently. It's an invitation to consider that maybe, just maybe, what we've written off as lost for good is just waiting for its second chance. So I'll leave you with this question. What in your life is ready for restoration?